Keyton, fall camp's underway now. A little different deal for you. You're competing for the starting position. How would you say your mindset is different this year?
I wouldn't say it's any different. I mean, there's always competition, and always want to go out there and get better each and every day, and prepare like you're the starter, no matter if you're first, second, or third string. So I wouldn't say it's any different. I just want to go out, compete, and get better every day.
You finish the spring probably as the top guy on the depth chart, and then you get into the summer and you find out Tommy Stevens is coming. How was that kind of communicated to you guys in the quarterback room by Joe Moorhead?
Well, our coaches, let us know ahead of time that he may or may not be coming in, and I feel like they communicated that well to us, all of the quarterbacks, and that was that.
When it's a done deal and Tommy comes in, does that put more pressure on you to go out there and show the coaching staff what you can do?
Not necessarily. I mean, like I said, it's always competition, and you always want to go out and get better, regardless of who's out there behind you or who's in front of you. You still want to get better and be the best player that you can be.
Keyton, how different is the learning curve in this training camp compared to y'all's first training camp under Moorhead with the offense?
It's totally different. For me, at least, I feel much more comfortable with the offense. The installs, feel like, I've seen them before. I know most of the installs except the new stuff that we have. So, it's much more comfortable, much better feeling.
How would you assess your first few days of camp and your own performance?
I feel like I did well, and the offense did well as a whole.
What was the chemistry like when you four quarterbacks and receivers got together in summer, just on your own, no coaches around, throwing, pitching, catching, things like that?
That was great, man. Guys, it was so good. Guys wanted to do extra, and we already doing extra, but they wanted to do extra on top of that. So I feel like our timing is great, and we're coming really close together.
It's been a short time, but have you been able to build a relationship at all with Tommy? You guys got to know each other and things. Just kind of what's that relationship been like since he's been here?
It's been great, man. Tommy's a great guy. We're quarterbacks, so we relate to each other naturally, and this has just been great.
Well, Tommy's a different kind of guy. Can you and he learn from each other? Things, different systems, exposed to different things.
Of course. With him being in Moorhead's offense for the time he was there and my time here, we both have like little tips for each other on certain plays and how they rated when he was there and how we read it now. And we just work together to try to make the team as best as possible.
A couple new additions for your wide receivers with Javonte Payton and Isaiah Zuber. What have you seen from them so far?
They've been doing great, man. They're really explosive, can make plays, great at catching the ball away from their body, and I just can't wait to see what they can do in the pass today.
Or just put in plays featuring two quarterbacks sometimes in the past. Have you run any of those yet and seen what some of those might look like?
Last year, but this year, we haven't really done any of that.
What were some things that you were wanting to improve upon this year, looking back at your film from last year, and what were you working on during the summer?
Just, staying balanced and being aligned to my target. That's one of the biggest things, just alignment and fundamentals.